This is for the Play at Home series, which is an amazing initiative that commissioned playwrights to create short works for just the everyday person to have something to do at home. Lots of fun.
It is early evening. The four roommates are in the living room discussing a lecturer they are planning to go see soon.
For me, the most appealing thing about Dr. Nakembe is her authenticity.
I am a lover of fairy tales and magic. If you were to follow my work, you would see like a lot of the things that I do has some element of magic or something fantastic. I'm an escapist all the way, so I love for people to be taken away. It's about four roommates, right, who are going to a lecture. They're about to go out and about. So I think that they're outside of the pandemic world. I would say that I did that intentionally because I want to be outside of the pandemic world.
Now that's a hard one.
The thing that I think is most exciting for me about the play is that there's so many layers to it, because you can do it with kids. I mean, there's a little bit of feminism in there, but start them early. There's just that fun of a fairy godmother shows up.
Did someone say wish? Oh.
So the four roommates have some very specific personalities. And there's an artist who gets a little upset because one of the roommates is, wearing this gray ensemble that is just not artistic enough, right? And so she's like, I wish that people would see fashion as art, because our feminist ladies are like, fashion is about the man, But that wish that she makes is what summons this fairy. And she is like a fairy from the Enchanted Forest, if you will. She's like a full-blooded fairy. And she thinks she has been called up to send some women to a ball to get them all prettified so they can go nab them a prince. And in the course of the play, they're like, nope, that's not what's going on. And it turns into this really interesting conversation about, well, fairy godmother, what do you want? You're telling us, get there in time so you can get your prince. But, since we're not going to the ball, what can we do for you? And so it turns into this really neat kind of introspective thing that once again, we go into the layers, right? The caregivers, what do they want? The people that are always reaching out, trying to take care of others. And especially the ones that do it in such a way that it seems like their lives, but they never talk about what they want. It also talks about that it's okay if, your dream and your jam is to be pretty. Just make sure it's an informed decision. Going back to that thing of accepting yourself and being happy with who you are. Don't ever do anything because it's what you're supposed to do. Link your heart to your dreams. So impressed with Portland Center Stage, even before we got to this place where we are in history. The Portland Center Stage has been really putting in a big effort to be inclusive, and the work that they're doing to bring people together has really caught my attention, and I'm so incredibly appreciative of that. And this project in and of itself is all about being inclusive and about dreaming and about making the most of the space and the time that you have. I think that if our brains thought in that way, in how we're trying to fix our world right now, and fix our country right now, that bringing in and that dreaming big and that adjusting and making space for adjustments, I think that we are going to win this fight. That's what I would say.